used to be a reality TV producer, and I'm catching up on the Valley, and I want to tell you a couple things that I think are interesting. So this is Jax getting out of rehab. I think there's a chance that Jax faked it, but not because of how this is filmed, just because he's a psycho. What's very apparent is that they just weren't allowed to film at this rehab center, which makes total sense. So they probably just staged this pickup somewhere nearby. So here they go. They're driving, and often you can actually see it in this clip. I think their follow car is a big Highlander. So the producers are actually driving right behind them in a car so that they can hear what's happening. There's only a certain range that their mics can go, so you have to follow the car really closely. So most often you'll see a minivan, and that's production following them. The Valley's pretty good about it, and Bravo in general I think has gotten a lot better, but on lower budget shows you can also often see that there's a walkie sitting in the cup holder, because that's production talking to them, telling them to stop or pull over, blah blah blah, so they can make sure they're following them. So then we have Brittany going to her divorce lawyer. So you can see her introducing herself here. She obviously doesn't know this lawyer, like hasn't worked with her before, which is very normal. Like often you have to find a film-friendly lawyer who's willing to be on camera, who's willing to have this conversation on camera, and production's paying them, and they also have to have an office that they can film in. So they have to get like a location release contract, and not every lawyer lives in like or works out of a building that they can sign for. But I'll show you what shocks me about this scene. So she actually signs some type of paperwork, which is interesting. And I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know how this works. But if she did actually file for divorce that day, I think it's very interesting, because this is not a lawyer she knows or has worked with. So I wonder if, my guess is that two different things could have happened. One would be production's paying this lawyer and said that they would pay to file it if she did it on camera, which I think is highly likely. And she just decided, fine, I don't care I don't care which lawyer files it. I just don't want to pay for it, and I'm here, so I might as well do it. Or they're faking it, and I don't think they're faking it, because I would think that a lawyer wouldn't want to fake that on camera and have it like be a more simplified process than it looks like. I'm not sure. Maybe lawyers can weigh in, because yeah, like, do you have to, if it goes to court, do you have to use the lawyer that you filed with? Because I would think she wouldn't want to use a random. Also, hopefully this goes without saying, but anytime we see them eating or drinking on camera, production's paying for it. So if they're ever out for a meal, like, they're not paying for that. That's a whole separate thing. My daughter's waking up, so I have to go get her. But if you have questions, let me know. I can do more.